Corey Holcomb has lost a lot of respect. You walk up on Anton Daniels, didn't do anything. Now this week, video has gone viral.
In December
Of
2024,
what?
a female comedian by the name of Christina Payne alleged that
Christina.
Corey Holcomb, who's also a comedian, put his hands on her.
Oh, is that
The
right?
story is being flipped totally about the truth and what happened.
That you hit him.
That's
Wow.
what now I'm hearing.
Now he did pass up on a fade to running in the backyard, and he over here putting hands on bitches, though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call a little bitch on women, though. You know what I'm saying?
Is word
No, you see the new Corey video of him in the monkey mask, huh?
on the street that I'm
Right.
attacker now or
Why
something.
do you think he's saying that?
He doesn't want to go to jail, probably most likely. I mean, it is an assault.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there are witnesses who saw what happened, but he also has people who are willing to lie for him as well.
Yeah.
When Christina Payne came out and said this, she went to Instagram with the post.
When was this?
She went and said that people were lying for Corey Holcomb, that indeed he hit her. And then she continued.
Footage shows Corey Holcomb reaching over two people and punching me out, and my whole head goes back, and it's a whole horrible whiplash thing. It's horrible. It's like he punches me at 30 miles an hour over the security guard and another person who's
Yeah.
trying to keep him away from me.
Right.
So it's horrible. When you see it, when you see the footage, it's going to change your life.
Why do you think he's lying?
He doesn't want to get in trouble, / he just got put on a new tour. So of course there's money that is going to be made.
What she is describing is in pretty good detail if you think about it. But again, people were asking certain questions. Why didn't she file charges? Why didn't she go to the police? All right. Corey Holcomb would then come out on December 19th on his show and say that it was false. He brought on several witnesses. You guys can go and look up the video, but that's what was said. But after this incident, Christina Payne would go on to several platforms outside of TMZ and describe the relationship that she had with Corey Holcomb.
Wanted to be a co-host on his radio show, right? So I flew out here from Washington, D.C. And mind you, I'm from California, but I was going to Howard University, undergrad and grad. So that's why I was still in Washington, D.C. So I come back to have this meeting with him. Then he says he got me a hotel room. So I'm like, okay, I didn't flew myself out here. I guess that's the least he could do, get me a hotel room or whatever. He got me a room at this place called Dunes Inn on Wilshire Boulevard.
Okay.
It was some Rudy Poot shit. I was like, okay, but it was only gonna be for a night, so whatever. I'm flying out tomorrow.
But wait, there's more.
He tried to force himself upstairs, like on some because he was buying the room.
He flew you out type shit.
Right. Because Corey Holcomb was buying me this hotel room.
So when was it? She said she was going to Howard, or maybe it was for a show or something. Howard, she was doing a show at Howard University, not going to school there, because she said she's from California.
Hotel room, mind you, that he had a right to come upstairs and it was about to go down or whatever. He was like, yeah, woo, woo, woo. And I was like, huh? Like, no. I was like, I'm sorry. I recall you being married. And that
nigga was trying to
do
pull a
not
Dr.
mess with
Umar.
married men. That's just something I just do not do.
Woo!
He was trying to pull a
But
Umar.
this was the most important thing.
Now, would you have to gave him some if he would have got you the W?
No, because I don't mess with married men, period.
You
So
started on that. You was like, no. You had to think about it for a
some
second.
examples. I was like, dude,
But if he wasn't married and he got that W hotel, would you have gave Corey Holcomb some?
I probably would have made him still wait a little bit, but I would at least had him in a better mind frame of it all.
Nigga, what?
Now, that's Christina Payne. Fast forward.
I feel like that's a little wild to even ask that question though. Like, would you still have gave us a push over talking about he thought he was gonna force us? Maybe whenever she was telling the story, it wasn't that deep. You know what I'm saying? Now she coming with allegations that he punched her, and maybe he did punch her though, for real. I mean, apparently it's on video.
That's Christina Payne. Fast forward.
You gotta be careful with these women, man. They wishy-washy sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying?
A few months after this, Corey Holcomb would end up in Hampton/Norfolk, Virginia on We Them Ones tour. Okay? And then what ended up happening was there was some cell phone footage of people leaving Corey Holcomb's comedy show toward the end. Okay? And people were saying that the reason why people were leaving Corey Holcomb's show is because the jokes were not funny, they were offensive. And the person that brought this out was the show at the time called Comedy Hype, also now known as Hype Plus. And Corey Holcomb would respond to this.
It's some dude, it's a gossip page. It's called Homosexual Hype News. Homosexual Hype went on the internet with some regular clothes like he a regular man with a whole bunch of gossip.
Now, Comedy Hype's founder, John Abba, would then come back and release this information.
I would receive an email showing a report filed by Holcomb on trying to have that very report removed and taken down. His claim was to, quote, "This video features illegal footage captured on a cell phone inside of a venue that strictly prohibits recording on personal devices. Additionally, inaccurate reporting of events hurts my brand." Yeah, that's what he wrote.
What? Woo! So people can't go to a show and record
Corey
no
Holcomb
more?
tried to get the video taken down that Comedy Hype, also now known as Hype Plus, released. What do these two entities,
what's the video?
Christina Payne and Hype Plus, have in common? On January 23rd, 2026,
So this the
which is
video?
today, Hype Plus released this particular video called Corey Holcomb Caught on Video Hitting a Woman, Surveillance Footage Released. And I'm not going to play the entire video, but you do see Corey Holcomb outside arguing with the woman by the name of Christina Payne. So you see they're out there. A lot of people are there, okay? You then see Corey Holcomb walk up to her, and then he does strike her in the face. Okay?
Just like that?
She points in his face before, but we do see that. Once this came out, I did get people asking me to weigh in on this. And before I do that, I want to start off by playing this.
The last time he was here, let's just talk about this time. Corey just said that a woman has to have sex with at least 10 men before she can make wise decisions in her dating atmosphere. Is that what you said? What did you say?
When you have been destroyed due to rejection because you thought you were special, it makes you a better woman.
But why does it take 10
This
men
dusty
to
ass
sleep with
nigga.
the
It's about after that 10th guy, I think intelligent women are like, you know what? I'm not who I thought I was.
But wait, before
So that is Corey Holcomb and Kendra G when she was on 107.5 WGCI. And I want to talk about this because Corey Holcomb has always been criticized for his takes on women. He's been called a misogynist. But one of the things that
This
Corey
dusty
Holcomb
ass nigga,
has
man.
always been able to do is mask whatever he feels, whether it's political, religious, ideology, underneath comedy. That has been one of the reasons why Corey Holcomb has never really been canceled, because he is a legit comedian. But when you look at this footage, the one thing that cannot be denied is what did she say that caused him to walk up to her?
Does it matter what he said? What she said?
What I see is there is absolutely nothing that she could have said that would have made him walk up
Right.
and hit her. Now, again, he says that she hit him. That could have been before. I'm not sure. There could have been other things transpiring. But what I'm going to say is this.
If she hit you before and y'all still sitting there, standing there talking and whatnot, if you was ever gonna hit her, like you did apparently, allegedly, because we don't see it here, but I ain't see it then. But why you didn't defend yourself when she did hit you prior to this? Like what?
It makes Corey Holcomb, in my honest opinion, and I like Corey Holcomb. I love his show. I support Corey Holcomb.
Oh, shut up.
But what this does, it's a bad look. It makes it look like he hates women. Okay, that's how people are going to play this. Now we know that Corey Holcomb, he says a whole bunch of stuff. He has women on his show. He has women that he shows respect to. He has women that I've seen treat very well, especially female YouTubers. But nobody is going to look at that. All right. And then it seems what Hype Plus did is, since Corey Holcomb has this situation with Anton Daniels, it was the perfect time to release this footage and put more stress on Corey Holcomb. Number one, you're already in beefs, or you're already having a problem with Anton Daniels. Okay.
That just came out in December.
That's already something covering your mind. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Corey Holcomb just disrespected Anton Daniels' daughter. What I feel is Hype Plus always had this around, okay? It's always been there. And what he was looking for was the perfect time to release it, okay? And since Corey Holcomb has this ongoing beef with Anton Daniels, he then disrespects Anton Daniels' daughter. Then you have another person that you have as an enemy is coming back and putting this out there. And then on your podcast, you have said that this lady is lying. And clearly, what we see is what we see. We don't see the whole thing, but we do see this. And, I don't have Corey Holcomb's phone number. Again, I was supposed to be on the show. Would love to one time go on the show in the future. But there is really no excuse for what I see here. If that lady put the fingers in his face, all right, that's one thing, okay? Which he clearly did. But then the reality is, why are you stepping up to her? You can look at Corey Holcomb. He is a big man. He got to be at least 6'3" or 6'4". So the way people are going to look at it is, well, what was the reason why you felt like you needed to step up? The other thing is,
that nigga ain't no damn 6'3", 6'4". How tall is she? 6'5"?
What was the reason why
6 foot?
You felt like you needed to step up?
This is short nigga, I can tell.
Thing is,
ain't that tall.
These other men out here, why are they just sitting around and letting him have a confrontation with this woman? Why are they not trying to stop this from escalating? That's another thing that we can talk about. But the reality is that Corey Holcomb, he's not going to be able to keep having these situations occur with, like I said, Anton Daniels' daughter, talking what he says about with women. This situation right here, time is kind of winding out, and he really got to get in front of this. And again, this is as a brother. I love the brother and all this other stuff. But if I don't really speak up on what I see as a content creator, people will say, well, you covering from Corey the same way they used to say I'm covering for Anton Daniels. It's just not a good look. Respectfully, it's not a good look. Corey Holcomb definitely needs some people, and maybe he does have them in this corner, that will just talk to him and say, look, man, there are certain things that you're not going to be able to get into.
No, this video dropped a day ago. So, okay, the incident probably happened back in December, but he just dropped this video on Hype Plus. He's 57. Nah, that's wild. What? Man comes to defense. Oh, they jumping that nigga. Or what if somebody was trying to hold him back, I guess. Yo. He's 6'2". Hold on. She was popping that shit. What? Hold on. Now she kind of want to fight him. So what was she saying? He hit this lady but didn't put finger in that dude calling him gay. and niggas still that's tough. That nigga dropped that shit right on the money. And so he didn't take the opportunity to go in the backyard though. Anton didn't say what he said, but he offered to go in the backyard though, and he didn't go in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? And niggas was saying, niggas was taking sides with Corey on that. I been telling you, I feel like Anton walked away as the bigger man, but here you see he didn't want to go in that backyard. But when it came to this female right there, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have no hesitation putting hands on her though. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to put hands on him on camera in front of your platform. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have went to the backyard. You know what I'm saying? That didn't have to be on video. You didn't have to get no strike for that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to get flagged for that. You know what I'm saying? But you got energy to put hands on a woman though. See what it was that man was probably drinking at that point in time. He was probably drinking. She probably said, "Suck my dick." Anton licking his lips and rubbing his hands like Birdman. Anton probably paid for this to get released. Y'all think he told her to say it again? What a coward. If a woman didn't put her hands on you in a violent way, you shouldn't put your hands on a woman. Apparently she put her hands in his face, but it's just like, bro, if a woman's willing to take it there, especially in front of like other people, bro. I mean, at any scenario, bro. You should be walking away. You know what I'm saying? Now in a private setting, if that woman's like really pressing your ass, like really like swinging on you hard knock, I'm not saying you can't defend yourself, bro. It's certain ways that you at the end of the day, you a man, bro. You don't have to resort to swinging back on the woman though. You know what I'm saying? It's ways to where you could pin her down or whatever, bro. You don't have to physically swing on her, you know? That's crazy.
For the next year or two, you are exceptionally too hot. All right. You know what's going on with all the people that dislike Corey on some of these, you know, it's on site. They hate him there. The neighborhood talk, they dislike him. You know, so you already have this reputation for disliking women. And what you've done with this clip is, hey, you've added fuel to the fire for all the Corey Holcomb haters to come out. Same thing with Anton Daniels. Both of these dudes have a whole bunch of people that dislike them. And again, whatever the woman said, you know, unless you got evidence that the fact that she hit you before, and even if she did hit you before, it was broken up then why didn't you leave? You know, if she hit you before, why didn't you call the police? Okay. Now I did see him, you know, basically manhandling her husband later on, which we can't show that. So
Fam, you must not know what a Negro wake up call is. How am I gonna receive a Negro wake up call because I don't know the full story on this? That don't even make sense, dude.
that, you know, the husband jumped in and he was easily manhandling the husband. That wasn't no problem. But again, Corey Holcomb is just in a particular point in his career where he's really gonna have to weigh what he says. He's gonna have to weigh in and really have a serious conversation about his behavior before he lose everything. Okay, because the way that it is with women in comedy clubs and all this other stuff and whatever's going on, people could really criticize this. And
in a way, he did kind of have the same energy with Anton, you know what I'm saying? But if he felt that big of a way, what did she say in that situation to where you wanted to put your hands on her though? You told him to say it again, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't put your hands on Anton at that point in time though.
Look at this unfavorably. It most likely, like I said, would die down. He did file the restraining order on her, but this clip, like I said, he gonna probably come out and say it's only part of the story and it's not the whole story. And he could be right. It probably isn't the whole story. I'm pretty sure it was something, maybe a little bit more. But what we see right here is clearly him walking up, putting his hands on her, and what people are going to be able to say is that this is nowhere near justified. There's no way to justify this. That's what people are going to say. Even the people who support him. We can say we support Corey Holcomb, we love Corey, can't defend this at all. Then you're going to have your folks saying, look, this is what he do to women, but he can't do it to men. Now he didn't give Anton Daniels with this whole situation more room to come back and swing back. It's just not a good look. And that's me being fair. It's me being unbiased. It's me calling it like how I see it. The brother needs some people that is in his life that can really sit back and talk to him. And Anton Daniels did make the point that a lot of people that he feels hangs around Corey Holcomb don't necessarily challenge him. I cannot prove that, but I see a whole bunch of men in this video that none of them are trying to stop Corey Holcomb for what he's about to do. And I'm pretty sure that
it's not like they had a problem. We just seen the video. It's not like they just let it slide. They didn't let it slide, bro. At least one person didn't let it slide.
Holcomb will say many of these dudes are his friends or his partners. So then where is his friends who care about him so much that he would not make this mistake in his career? So it got to be at least, maybe that's some truth to it. I'm not sure. But Corey Holcomb needs to have a serious self-evaluation. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea.
How you gonna host a forum? I didn't know this was a forum. I didn't know this was a forum, nigga. And don't even have the entire story. I'm a reactor. I'm not a blogger. I'm a reactor. Not a blogger. A blogger is the one that comes with the full story. I'm not the nigga coming with the full story. O'Shea Duke is a blogger. O'Shea Duke is coming with the full story. And apparently the full story must not be out there right now. You know what I'm saying? Nigga said a forum. Nigga, get your ass on, nigga. Go back to Reddit. Go back to Reddit or fucking go back to Reddit or something, nigga. Go read a magazine, nigga. This is not a forum, nigga. You ignorant son of a bitch. Niggas is fucking crazy, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation right here, bro. So apparently, Corey was trying to, he flew her out to, I guess, to Howard University or something to do a show or something. And he thought he was going to be able to get to crack the buns. He tried to slide, allegedly what she said was he tried to slide to the hotel room because he paid for it and tried to holler at her, act like he was going to crack some that night. and because he was married, she wouldn't do it. That's a little fishy right there. So basically what I'm saying is you can see that they probably had some type of falling out, confrontation. Things went left. You know what I'm saying? Things went left, and yeah, they started talking shit to each other. And regardless if she had put her hands in his face at this point in time, I mean, maybe she done it outside and he only dropped this 1 minute clip of him putting his hands on her, you know. But at that point in time where you're in this vicinity of people, and this is what I didn't say earlier, when you're in this vicinity with all these people around, you walk away from that situation if that woman is getting to that point. And then the people that's around, they need to check her. You know what I'm saying? Don't just let the woman slide and do what she is doing. That's not right. You know what I'm saying? If she over here trying to press the issue with a man and put hands all up in his face, you need to let her know that you don't need to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? don't know situation where men and women need to be putting their hands on each other at all. You know what I'm saying? So they had a little confrontation right here. He walked up on her and punched her in her face. Basically, it wasn't super hard, but he got up in her face and basically snuck her in a way. You know what I'm saying? Cause she wasn't expecting that. Got all up in her face like he did to Anton. You know what I'm saying? You know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Yeah, this is a lie. This is live, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. We on the road to 100K, okay? If you want to hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn on all notifications, slap the dog shit about yourself, because that's the first thing you should have did when you clicked on this video. I get at y'all the next one, and I'm gone. TYP tonight.